A week of excitement and anticipation is underway right now for the Browns and, of course, as fans, too.
Oh, yeah, all the fans out there. The NFL postseason kicks off Saturday with the Browns in Houston to take on the Texans. And, of course, we got you covered here with team coverage leading up to the big game. Our Bob Jones sharing reaction today from fans at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton.
But we start with sports director John Doss with a look ahead to Saturday's wild card game. You got to get to Houston, my friend.
Yeah, we knew this was a possibility when the Browns and Texans met on Christmas Eve, a potential playoff rematch. That's just what we'll get less than 3 weeks later. The Texans' two-game win streak coupled with a meltdown by Jacksonville, paving the way for Houston's divisional title. It's not that hard to remember what the Browns were able to do on the road on the 24th of December. A dominant win, including a record-breaking day from receiver Amari Cooper. But this Texans team will be different than what we saw a few weeks ago. Houston was without former Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud. He was out with a concussion. The projected NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year is back, though, so that clearly presents a different challenge. We'll talk all about it Thursday night in a 1-hour live playoff preview special with the top dog Hanford Dixon, Gerard Cherry, Nathan Zagura, and me. That is Thursday night from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on News 5. In less than 12 hours after that, we'll be on our way to Houston as the Browns try to extend their season in this magical run. Katie?
Yeah, speaking of that travel, John, thank you so much. The excitement for the Browns at an all-time high. So we know a lot of you, too, are thinking, hey, maybe I'll go to that game, too. Well, we learned this piece of advice: book sooner rather than later. As we tried to book for our cruise flights to Houston, they were filling up really fast. And be prepared to pay a premium, too, for the flights. The cheapest airfare that we found out of Cleveland this afternoon was $684. That flight leaves Friday, returns on Sunday. We spoke with a travel agent here at home who says you'll want to give yourself a buffer day just in case flights get canceled or delayed. She adds, one area where you can save is on your hotel.
So, if you want a luxury hotel, obviously you're going to pay higher. But there's a lot of value hotels, budget hotels that would suffice for this kind of event, because hopefully you won't be in your room very long.
Be out celebrating, right? If you're thinking of maybe driving to Pittsburgh or Columbus to try and save some cash on airfare, well, we checked into that too, and we found one Columbus flight was cheaper, $621, but most were about the same or even higher. And if you want to drive all the way down to Houston, AAA estimates that if your car gets 25 miles per gallon, it'll cost you about $280 in gas alone. Keep in mind, though, that it takes about 20 hours without stopping for bathroom breaks. And tickets right now will also set you back a couple $100 each.
Start driving now. Long trip. Okay, so whether you're going to Houston or watching the game from home, the brown and orange faithful, they can't wait for Saturday. The Browns have already made history, and some feel like they could be a team of destiny. News 5's Bob Jones continues our team coverage, and he's catching up with the fans over at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton.
In the hallowed halls of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, you'll find the bronze busts of Cleveland Browns legends, including Otto Graham, Jim Brown, Ozzie Newsome, and Joe Thomas. If Joe Flacco keeps winning games into the playoffs, he might get his own statue in Cleveland.
The way Flacco's playing, yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's anybody in the playoffs right now that the Browns are afraid of. They're ready to take them on.
North Ridgeville resident Scott Fedor is a lifelong Browns fan. So is his son Colin. These things are often genetic.
You really grew up not having a choice on what team you're.
No, it was born, bled, and beaten into me. So we were gonna be Browns fans.
And those fans loving the 11-win ride so far. The team not only beating opponents, but the odds after season-ending injuries to Nick Chubb, Deshaun Watson, and others. And becoming the first team in NFL history to make the playoffs after starting 4 different quarterbacks, let alone 5. Here's another fun fact about the upcoming playoffs. It's the first time these 3 Great Lakes cities, Detroit, Buffalo, and our beloved Brownies, have all made the postseason at the same time.
Don't the Browns and the Lions kind of seem like teams of destiny? You know, it has been since the 50s that the Browns and Lions both won 11 games in the same season.
Destiny.
I just think the stars are aligning for the team of destiny.
We heard that several times on this day.
As Browns fans, we always know that there's always next year, but this year, there's this year. And I think with Joe Flacco, with Myles Garrett, with this team, they're a team of destiny.
The brown and orange faithful hope the ultimate destination is the Super Bowl to grab that elusive trophy. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl with the Ravens and was the MVP 11 years ago. If he did it again, he would be the third quarterback to win the big game with 2 different teams.
I just think it's an amazing opportunity for him to finish off and cap off an amazing career that he's had.
And that would send the Fedors and other fans into a frenzy.
Let's go Browns.
Go Browns.
In Canton, Bob Jones, News 5.
All right, some good stuff there. And with the end of the regular season yesterday, we now know who the Browns will play next season. There are 8 home games and 9 road games on the 2024 schedule. As always, there are 2 games against the Ravens, Steelers, and the Bengals. Next season, the Browns, they will face teams from the NFC East and the AFC West. And there are also games against the Dolphins, Jags, and Saints, all of whom finished in second place in their division, just like our Browns.